Here we go. So, it begins back in March 1995. I was born into a Christian home. My mom always believed in God, and I remember going to church a lot when I was little. But it wasn't until I was an adult that I had an encounter with God. I look back on my life now, and I see everywhere. I see God everywhere. But at that moment in time, this was the first encounter that I had with God that I had realized. I walk into this church with my wife. Her sister is there on the stage singing with the rest of the praise team. It was a bilingual church, and they were singing in Spanish, so I remember not knowing what they were saying, but I was still touched. It was like my spirit could fully understand what they were saying. The preaching was great too, but it was in Spanish, so I had to wear headphones with the translator on the other end. At the end of service, during the altar call, is when I had my encounter with God. The musicians were being used by God in a way that I had never heard or seen before. My heart softened and I began weeping right there. It was as if God himself was there and wrapped his arms around me. Since then, I have started building my relationship with God, and he has been even more active in my life and has blessed me with dreams of heaven and hell. He has blessed me with prophetic visions. He continues to bless me each day. I remember times where I would know that my tank is empty and that if I don't put gas, I'm going to run out on my next trip. But I go in and start my car to go to church, and I have a quarter tank of gas. What is that? That's God right there. He wants you to go to church. God is good. No, God is great. I remember looking back, I couldn't keep a job longer than 6 months. This is the longest job I had, was 6 months long. It was my first job at Domino's. So from the time I was 16 until I was 22, I had gotten married. I had 2 beautiful children. I was homeless, bouncing around from house to house. And the longest I had had a job was 6 months, and it was at Domino's. So get this, 7 months after I gave my life to God, I started my electrical apprenticeship. And I've been doing it now for over 2 years. I'm working on my 3rd year. And I just got promoted to crew lead. Praise God, hallelujah. All right, this is the closing to my testimony. Earlier this year, my wife and I came close to divorce. I thought my marriage was over. I thought I had lost everything. Anyways, it's all a really long, complicated story, but my point is how it ended. Without God, I would have lost everything. While we were still fighting, we started going to this new church, Vineyard Boise. And at the end of service one day, my sister takes me to this old man. Praise God. And he tells me he has a word for me. He says the devil is going to try to shame you. Don't let him shame you. And he says also to be patient. These words stuck with me, and they ended up helping me a lot. While I was at home, I was reading this book, The Love Letter, which was teaching me a lot. And I remember one of the last lessons I had learned was about patience, and that no matter what your partner says, not to blow up, just to take a step back and to respond without attacking back. A few nights later, we're at home, and my wife and I are arguing. She says some of the nastiest things that she's ever said to me, basically blurting out anything she could say to try to make me leave. But because of God, I handled it well and I didn't blow up on her. Anyways, my wife leaves to Dutch Bros with her mom. I'm home by myself for a while, and the next thing I know, my wife comes barreling through the door with tears streaming down her face, and she's walking with a bad limp. She doesn't say one word to me. I run outside frantically and ask her mom what happened. She says Esme fell and got hurt really bad. I run back inside immediately and started taking care of my beautiful wife. God gave me the opportunity to take care of her. I could have been bitter about what she said to me earlier, or I could have chose to show kindness. Without that opportunity from God, my wife and I probably never would have healed. I'm forever thankful for that. Just praise God. All right, I had to do God first. God's always first.
Amen.
Always first. Let's get to the music now. Let's do this thing. Yeah. You see my brain and my heart work together passionately. All these pains since the start, a lot of tragedies. Demons slain, it's enough that I've been mastering. Speak his name in the dark and he lights everything. Think of the days when I was stuck inside of my evil ways. I sit up late, tormented by all of the things that were said and the things that I did and I didn't say. Spinning flames either way, either straight. Something like all of this stuck in my head, stuck in the mud, stuck in the chair, stuck with this love, stuck on the list. Still I keep moving forward every day. Gotta take it within his ocean of grace. Just breathe deep and relax, cause everything gon' be okay. Breathe deep and relax, cause there's a purpose for the way. Hey.
true, he poured out his blood out for you. But in the end, you still choose to do what you do. So pick up your cross and pick up your foes and slash the cross. All of their domes and lift them all up when they need the most. It is what it is when they're living for him and not in the sin that you once lived in. Spit a little bit, cause the kid know he can't tell you how to roll me, but you know you can't. Ha ha ha, I know that I am. Laughing, I left you folded again. Flexing, looking like swollen again. Like that, watch out over your head, drumming fast. Like I stole it again. My life's all here, should've known it then. But it's all good, cause I've been better than I've ever been. Yeah. Next up, I'm his messenger. Yeah. Clever with the sentences. Yeah. Better check up on the weather or the drip. Yeah. Never keep the beef for hostage. I just, you know what makes me sick? Bodies drop, went from a cop, black to brown, then it's just bop. But if he's white, then let him live. That type of just make me cringe. I've been going through some things, trying to live righteous, but I slip up every day. Short nights with some real long days. Got a short wife with a real slim waist. She like 4'9" with the prettiest face. Ain't wasting no more time, we get the most of every day. Hey, I've been going through some things, trying to live righteous, but I slip up every day. Short nights with some real long days. Got a short wife with a real slim waist. She like 4'9" with the prettiest face. Ain't wasting no more time, we get the most of every day.
Some of you guys remember this next beat. One of my favorite beats from this last year. Thought I'd just have some fun on it. God is so good.
Amen.
God is so good. Let's hear it for Jesus. Let's hear it for Jesus Christ. Hallelujah! Let's go! Hey! You can't have beats like ISIS. Whoa, you think you can flow better than I can? Whoa, I promise that it's heavy as my right hand. Whoa, my God is my tribe, but it's frightening. Whoa, if it comes to my it's fine. But toilet patience is key, and also time is so. I keep it on the deal 2020, so I see whether it come to a talk to my God in the world. And I promise I'ma do whatever he tells. These rappers cheesy like some crap singers, cracking under pressure like some pretty girls, lacking everything you get from himself. Maybe I've been driving in the wet, and maybe I've been listening to some Dreamville. Hopefully I do not mess around the trip, and hopefully I've learned from everything I've been through. I've been in my stomach, yeah, I've been feeling some type of way. More signature running, and then it blew up in my face. Pray to God, that he take it all away. Choking as I drown in his forgiveness and his grace. Slowly, I've learned that since I wash away. Solely by the one who love me anyway. Don't leave me around me, these riches always. Expose them on the track, but I do it all way. Boy, some of these raps just make me think. Why would you do the rap game dirty? With verses like that when you mumble on the track. Honestly, I'd rather just choose some beats, let loose with this heat on some new loosely. Cruising the street in my Scoopy, you see. I'm bougie, it's me, and I'm choosing, you see. Stupidly, I keep on moving this heat. This next one called Just Saying. How I love you. Love you, God. I tell it to the whole world. Yes, Jesus. Let's go. Slaving, I'm just saying. Wake up while I can, start a stack, no getting wasted. Too many years gone by, I gotta take it. Moving house after house, the next one's waiting. Through the years I've learned to seek his kingdom first. And the rest will come with patience. Yeah, sometimes it burns, yeah. Still sometimes it hurts. Yeah. At times I hit it over my head, but God makes it work. Yeah. He makes it work. Make it work, yeah, I make it work. Snake on your arm, better shake it first. Lay the verse, aim straight, yeah, cause I promise that the devil will be aiming first. Stay alert, better stay alert, yeah, keep your head up or you straight get murdered. Yeah, when you live a lie, the one and only true God, that's when you feel what can shake the earth. In time, I feel like God is gonna make everything alright. Yeah, time flies right by, in the end you decide how you live your life. With time, you'll heal right. God is gonna make
finds words without even trying to buy. Whenever she sounds straight fire, please mind, I need y'all to keep out of these demons. With more, nothing in the way, ever get to the chance when we ride. Yeah, I'm on a team guy, so fine that you got more sprung. My wife stuff was like a strong drug. Perfect love request, trust. Backstep once before you blow up. I look at you once and then I see us demons fighting over us out in the streets. Yeah, there's beauty in the eye of the storm, and when I look at you, that's exactly what I'm seeing. Exactly what I'm seeing. So many reasons, just keep on breathing. Yeah, girl, I mean it. Thinking about you got me thinking. I see you when I'm dreaming. Life without you got no meaning. And girl, I mean it. In time, I feel like God is gonna make everything alright. Yeah, time flies right by. In the end, you decide how you live your life. With time, you'll heal right. God is gonna make everything alright. In time, I know my God is gonna make everything alright.
Woo!
God's there with you.
This next song I just finished writing last night. My good friend and my coworker actually helped me put it all together this morning. Shout out, Cino. I love you, bro. Here we go. Hey! Oh, yeah! Since I was 16, been writing rhymes. Heart been strong, known to be on remote to be like I'm a nine. Whatever they say, whenever they hate, don't bring me down, to bring me up. I know my fake, man, I'm just ready to my life, I get inspired. Yeah, why lie? I wreck the beat. Yeah, my God, the recipe. Yeah, we alive when I'm fighting to the death of me. And you can try, but your flex is weak. Pick up the pace and then I stretch it out a little. Throw it over my shoulder, then I'm taking off with it. I had money for soul in this industry, got me lit. I had me some gold so that I can help my city out here. Turn another to something in just an instant. But better watch my snakes out here. You can get you out here, we just all slaves doing in the system. Believe it or not, love without God out here is not living. Give it up for God. Give it up for God. Here we go. Call me flow better cause I've been a bit to my will. No chill, all skill. Eating lazy rappers as an appetizer for my meal. I've been here sent from God to your ears through these bars. To the quick way of a solid on the stretch your rapper out. You saying in the young, yes you got this and up. Giving it to all and God responds with a prophet, with a message of a man that's it, man it's on, man I love looking for God. When I do, I get lost in the beauty of it all. There's a whole other side of poverty, mixed with misery, agony when you out here in the streets, cause the streets gon' bleed if you need to. And we really gon' see how they only gon' bleed. People tend to think when they looking at 10 to 15 years, when the message from the G's right here is not me. Love people, love yourself, love the King. Love people, love yourself, and love the King. Hallelujah.
Woo!
Awesome! Hey, give it up one more time for Gabriel.
Woo!
Hey, I just wanted to remind you guys too, gosh, we love worshiping the Lord. We love Jesus. So hey, make some noise. Don't be afraid to make some noise. Scream and yell. Get up and dance like nobody's watching. It's all good. You're among friends. Okay? Hey, we're really excited for this next artist coming up.